Okay, Matt 10, we're coming back to talk about the least common multiple. So this is going to be how you find the least common multiple. We already talked about the definition. We looked and saw that the least common multiple is like if you have two or more numbers, what is the smallest multiple that all those numbers share? So, we did an example with 6 and 8. We found out 24 was the first multiple that they shared. So how do you actually find that number without having to write out these sort of, writing out all the multiples? That would get pretty tedious, especially if it's long way down the chain. I mean, I guess you could do it, but man, it would be painful. So a more efficient way is as follows. So the first step, just like GCF, you're going to make the factor tree. So make a factor, that's underlined, make a factor tree for each of your numbers. And the second step is going to be taking a look at all the factors of these numbers and multiplying them together. And if there are common factors, you're going to take the greatest power from among the common factors. So multiply the factors together, but choose the greatest power from among the common factors. That's sort of our step process. So what the heck am I talking about? Let's go take a look at a concrete example. For example, let's take a look at finding the LCM, the least common multiple of maybe 30 and 45. So our first step is going to be to factor tree this out. So I'll make my factor tree. Alright, so I'll get out my pen and we'll break it down. So 30 breaks into, let's say, 6 and 5. 5 is a prime, so we stop on that branch. 6 is not, so we break it down into 2 and 3. So now we've done our factor tree for 30, so that means we can write 30 like so. 2 times 3 times 5. Alright, how about 45? Let's break that into its factors. 45 is 9 times 5. 5 again is prime, so we'll do 9 is 3 times 3. So that's going to be the factor tree for 45. So I'm going to put in that in its factored form. 45 is 3 squared times 5. Okay, so we've done step 1. We've made the factor trees. So step 2, which I think is a little bit confusing, we're going to just multiply all those factors together, but we're going to choose the greatest power from among the common factors. So what are our factors? We have 2, so I'm going to say LCM is going to be 2 and times 3 and times 5. So what are the common factors here? So 2 is not common, so we're just going to multiply whatever that is. It's going to be 2. 3 is common, so 3 is, which is the greater number? 3 to the power of 1 or 3 to the power of 2? 3 to the power of 2, right? So it's 3 squared. 5 is also common, but it's the same amount on each side, so we just take the 5. So our answer is going to be 2 times 3 squared times 5, and that's going to work out to be 20 times 9, which is, wait, no, it's not. It's 9 times 10, which is 90. There we go. Yeah, so our lowest common multiple is going to be 90. And that tracks too. We can go and just test it out. If 90 is divisible by both 45 and 30, then we know for sure at least it's a multiple, so that's a good check. So make sure you do that check. And then we can also, I guess that doesn't check if it's the lowest one. You wouldn't want to write out the multiples of 30 and 45, but if you had infinite time, I guess you could and prove that it's the correct answer. Well, that's sort of the process for finding the lowest or least common multiple. So you might have to do it with 3 numbers. Technically, you could even do it with more, but chances are it'd probably be 3 or maybe at the most 4 numbers. But it's the same process. Okay, so thanks for checking that out, and I wish you the best of luck. I'll have the work you're supposed to do from the workbook on Teams, and you can apply these to those questions. Thanks so much, Math 10. We'll see you soon.